It's BluntCut MetalWorks. This is a general utility, kitchen knife, and it's really thin. And here the specification for it. It's AEB-L, and it's 80,000 thick, really. And I use crystal weaving foundation heat treat and the 64 Rockwell, and the length is 7 1/4 inch long, and it's hollow grind. And I don't want, this camera cannot zoom too well, but and I might lose it. But again, it's extremely thin. I will show you how thin. And anyway, the behind the edge thickness, it's 11,000 inch thick, and the sharpening bevel is 13 degrees precise. I measure the angle by the offset from the sharpening stone, and then the width of this blade, and you can use a tangent to calculate the bevel, or I use the caliper. Anyways, but oh yeah, I overgrind that spot right here, so you understand why I pointed out. Okay, so starting sharpness would be I don't know, it will go, it's shorter go. This tomato. Anyway, I would say the tomato, because okay, I will cut another point somewhere so you can see the it's clean cut. And this tomato is quite ripe. And so at AEB-L, meaning that it's stainless, or mostly. Here is onion, and I got it all over the blade. And because it's a hollow grind, and so therefore easy to enter the cut, and then by the time you hit the full thickness of the blade, they're going to wedge, and also because it can cave in, so that binding wouldn't be a problem. It's sticky. The thickness there, it is look like it's some level of stickiness. Anyway, so it's and thin enough. This is a hard carrot, and thin enough that you actually cut a slice instead of wedging toward the end. Because if you have really thick, you will wedge and you hear a crack. So it's cut. Let me see whether it will cut the little long ways. There you go. Ooh, there's something on the edge there. It kind of skid a little bit. I wonder if sometimes these carrots, didn't get washed. You have sand on it or something. But anyway, so the onion still on this, along this blade. So it's just to point out that it's stainless. And I'm going to make okay, it's okay to have onion flavor. This is turkey thigh with the bone in, and I'm going to make some soup out of it. So far it's boring. Or somebody borrow your blade and make soup out of it. To cut something. Okay, remember this blade is thin. This onion, carrot, and I don't really need the skin. Okay, so this part you can probably skip forward, because it's fairly boring. Now you pretend that somebody in your kitchen and borrow this knife, and you're not there to say, hey, this is my knife. What knife's supposed to be used by everybody, right? So I'm going to just make some cut. So this turkey have a lot of meat, and so far boring. Yep, yeah, it cut just fine. And this is a pretty good sized turkey. And this is, yeah, well, not fresh, they're previously frozen. All right. At this point, somebody have a bright idea that, to make a soup, I like to get to the marrow of the bone. And say, hey, I'm making soup of mine. And, well, obviously, this is pretty nice knife. Nice enough, very thin, very light. It's without the handle. Right now it's weighs 4 ounces. And let me stabilize it. And decide to use your knife, or you actually do it. You say, I'm going to chop the bone. The first cut, I'm going to go cross. Second one, I'm going to go at the angle. All right. Well, if the first one may have a giant chip, then well. Okay. So it, ta-da, got a bone, and now it got a tiny bit. I will show you. It got a tear or something. Okay, so I'm going to go at the heel here, avoid the oval right spot. I will go cut right here at a 45-degree angle of this bone. Again, this thing is one day, or you do this and you could end up with terrible giant chip, but we'll see. Oops. Okay. That bone. Okay, that is a clean cut. And unlike over here, I got a tiny ding. Excuse me. No stain along the way here, so you know that it's a stainless. And stainless not known for toughness, especially the high Rockwell. That little black spot is a little ripple, and it's a ripple because it bent over on one side. Because again, I mean, this part probably could be way too thin here. This 11,000, I mean, in thick, and you chop to bone. And well, with that, and you say, well, that was nice and disaster for, but not too bad for your knife. And I said, this is a partly frozen. And you say, well, that was fresh. And what, frozen or partly frozen? Would I end up be worse? Well, pardon me, but I need to get the meat, and I'm going to make soup later on. So I'm going to cut some meat out. And then, so far I still have my knife. So whoever borrowed it didn't even see what it did wrong or right. Alright, so this is only partially frozen. And of course I think frozen and partially frozen don't really make any difference. This is a raw bone. Raw bone is not as hard as, say, cooked bone, so keep that in mind. So I'm going to do, again, partially frozen, but maybe this part is tougher than this part. See this? Toward the joint here, not for the hip, but for this thing. This part probably tougher, so I'm going to do the same thing. and I would chop it at maybe at a 45. Well, I would chop at an angle and then chop straight across right here. Well, it jump. Oh, hopefully it doesn't jump because I want to save it. Okay, it jumped. Yeah, but I think that's more of a marrow area, so probably softer. It's not the bony part, so we go to the bone part. And since I added, yeah, I think definitely this part is harder. Okay, I will go right across, right here. Oh man, I have to pick up all these things so that wild animal will not fall in love with turkey. Okay, I need one more piece, so where I will cut into the tip is a lot thinner, you can see. Nah, I'm not going to do that anyway. I'm going to get cut right here across near the big. Like people in the butcher's, and they just go right through the bone like that. And let me clean it up and show you. I can see light reflected there. Again, the first bone chop was, I can see the visible damage. This thing is just basically a little microchip and roll because it reflects light there. I think I can feel it. And if I were going to cut tomato, again, I'm going to cut in that there. And so, functional wise, I still have it. Well, of course, I mean, the blade not perfect. Alright, let me see. Let me try to clean it up some more. And I'm going to put the cutting board down. Okay, almost done. I'll clean up the blade kind of bit. Sorry for the long and boring. I guess I'm known for making long boring video. Hopefully I don't cut my finger doing this thing. I want to clean extra. Alright, so definitely there are ripple and there are little ding right there. Alright. And of course this is not the coconut you got from the store. Most of the store though I call ripe because you have black. And also this thing when you cut it would say a carbon knife. Let me put this down. It blackened the blade fast. This is they call flesh eating coconut, but I think this thing is a little over past that prime. So the flesh probably a little hard, but the water, the coconut is sweet. Let me clean up I don't want to end up eating excuse me, because I want to be supposed to be soap and clean water, but I don't want to waste my coconut either. I want to open up so I can drink it. And see, so a lot of time up on these things and people make a big deal, and well, is it a big deal? Let me get the coconut cap again. Get a coconut cap. And let me see. Wait, I don't need that. Then the coconut cap. This block is gnarly, so I got coconut cap. Let's see. You get to go through the coconut cap. I probably, okay, now we are looking at the, you can see, okay, I'm going to zoom in, and after that I think it's going to lose the focus. I'm going to bring it really close in. Okay, there you go. This is the most major damage right about here. And out in front is nothing. Go back, flip it around. I'm going to move this way so you can actually see, or so I can see later on to look. And here the choy shot. And of course I always rather here so they don't look super thin, but it's thin. Here is the tip. Alright, thank you for watching.